Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to your tournament master of ceremonies, Mr. Darren G.
Oh yeah, come on, Valley! Woo! How you guys all doing today? Oh, come on, bring it up, bring it up. How y'all guys doing today? There we go! All right, we want to welcome you guys to the Pacific Northwest SunDome District event right down here in old Yakima Valley. So let's give a warm welcome to the Yakima folks and those online joining us. Now, the cool thing about this game is that we're actually celebrating where video games really matured, right? Back in the day when it was only 4-bit or 8-bit animation. So as part of that, what FRC has done is taken that amazing process and that game and have turned it in to its own gaming environment for our students. And they've built their robots to compete with that because in the end, we're out to take out the boss, right? So we're here celebrating the game, Power Up! So the cool thing is we have a lot of veterans here. I'm really excited to see this game flourish and throughout the entire 2 days. But we really want to recognize this one team. And I actually was down in Oregon at the 0-week event to watch this particular rookie team compete. I thought they were a veteran team until I looked at their number. So in my words and my thoughts, the robots on this field are going to be an all-veteran event. So it's going to bring on some cool stuff in this game of Power Up. I'm excited about that. And that's going to be Team 6831, and their team name is AO5 Annex. And I challenge you guys to find out why they are called AO5 Annex, because they have a cool story about how they've changed what they had to do in order to be able to build their robot in a certain place. Okay, so as we kick off this event, there's some people, esteemed people back east that helped put this together. And these are the folks with FRC, they're actually our leaders. And of these people, we want to introduce our founder, Mr. Dean Kamen of FRC, the distinguished advisor to FRC, Mr. Woody Flowers, and of course, the great president, Mr. Don Bosey, has a word for us on our videos. So let's roll it.
Welcome to the first robotics competition. It's almost time to play for real.
This is real life, not a video game. As you work to defeat the boss in FRC Power Up, we know you'll make this another great competition filled with gracious professionalism.
Without the support of your mentors, parents, sponsors, suppliers, and our terrific event volunteers, many of whom are alumni, there would be no FRC.
They've led the way for you with their dedication, assistance, and talents to thank them for making this real.
And as you help FRC make this a better world, you continue to impress with your creativity, teamwork, and resolve.
So a big thanks from FRC to you.
This year, you really are in the game.
And taking it to the next level.
So good luck to all. And it's time for
FRC Power Up.
All right. Great encouraging words. And of those encouraging words, we're going to bring it back here to the great Yakima Valley. And we want to introduce this particular person who is part of the instrumental of helping bring this together with the other 5 sponsors or teams that actually brought this district event to Yakima Valley. So I really want to have you guys give this warm welcome to our president of FRC Washington, Mrs. Erin McCallum.
Good morning, teams. Thanks, Darren. Nice shirt and color. How's everyone doing this morning? Woo! Congratulations, rookie team from Hood River, for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise. Everyone stand up if you have a football team in your high school. Okay, this is a little math. Okay, how many of you have a football team that has 40 students or more? Stay standing. Okay, so right now, for those of you that are streaming, watching, there's about 60% of our teams, 31 teams, that are still standing. So here is my challenge to you. Make first normal. What does that mean? What does that mean? All around the world. What does it mean to the Pacific Northwest and Oregon and Washington? Any idea? It make every one of your teams at least 40 team members or higher, right? There are communities here that have 35% of their students on a FIRST Robotics team, which is fantastic. That may only be 15 students, but do it percentage-wise based on your student population. Our goal across the Pacific Northwest is to make FIRST normal. Across Washington and Oregon, about 25% of our high schools have FIRST programs. Our challenge and our opportunity for each and every one of you is to go into your community and help us recruit more students to start more teams. Now, FIRST Robotics competition is a tall order, right? It is the hardest fun you're gonna have this weekend and of your life. And it is built that way because it actually, we say, it's a sport where every kid can go pro. There's a job out there. But a lot of communities, FIRST Robotics competition may be a tall program to jump into. Get them involved in the other programs. FIRST LEGO League Junior, kindergarten through 4th. FIRST LEGO League, 4th through 8th. And FIRST Tech Challenge, 7th through 12th. I just met with a team here, I won't say their name, but Rookie, who just started, and they're starting a outreach effort on a school bus, and it's basically a mobile makerspace to engage kids learning about science, technology, engineering, and math through robotics. If each and every one of our teams here today were in Garfield, in Walla Walla, in Okanagan, in Thorpe, in Yakima, started a program like this, FIRST would be normal, okay? One more comment. The reason why we moved this event to Yakima and the Valley was to really build awareness in this community. We could not have done it without our partners. Where's the slide? Our partners that really made this happen. So round of applause for the 5 teams that really helped make this happen. Wapato, Mabton, Umatilla, Thorpe, and Kittitas High School, and most, at the same time, the ESD 105 and the Central Washington STEM Network. So it really takes a village to put a program like this on. So we are really glad you are part of our village, and go forth, have a wonderful weekend, and continue to evangelize FIRST and get FIRST normal across your community. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Erin. And it's such a privilege to be down here. And what's really cool, there's a student from one of those teams that wants to come out here and share a little bit about himself. He's actually from the team 4125 Confidential. That's Umatilla High School. Let's welcome to the field Justin Johambroyer.
Hello, everyone. everyone. I'm Justin, head scout of Team 4125. I'm kind of just here to talk about my first experience and why I love FRC so much. I started first in the 6th grade in my 2nd period class when I met my first mentor, Mr. Sipe. He's really the mentor that brought me into this. He's an amazing person. And from that 2nd period class onwards, I just fell in love with FRC. From 6th until my junior year right now, standing in front of you, I really worked a whole lot, and I inspire you guys to do that as well. I know that we all work so hard, and we're proud of everything we do. So really, just go out there and give it everything you got. There's not a whole lot that else can be, oh, it's actually working now. There's a lot of different skills that come with robotics that you not just learn from doing it, but that you can apply to it as well. And that's one thing I've learned. You're not going to have every single skill that you need to do your job the first time that you get there and finish your training from an amazing success there. You're not going to have every single skill that you need. So there's a big learning curve there on actually learning what you guys do, and I know you guys know that. But really, I started in the FTC. I was on 7498, and now I'm here with Confidential, and I couldn't be prouder. Thank you guys for always being there with me. You guys, it really inspires me to do a lot. I know that we all do so much, and one of my coaches once told me that that's small jobs that make the big difference. A little win every once in a while can really get you that big win that you look forward to and you work so hard to get. So just take it like one step at a time. I know that's really cliche, and a lot of this is, but that's really all my first story concludes on, just learning what you guys need to have done, and you just know that you won't have every single skill, and FRC is a place where you don't just learn those skills, but apply them and then get the practice that you need to go out and make that big leap into the open world and become a great person and accomplish all of your goals. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Justin. Good job, man. So remember, it's not how old you are starting out. Any little guys in the audience out here, really get involved with this, because you too can be behind the driver's station of one of them big old robots. So it'd be cool to see the little guys make their way up. Talking about little guys making their way up, there's a group of people that have grown up, and they're actually walking around your pits. They're checking everything out, and they're spending lots of time with you. They're being led by probably one of the most elite veteran judge advisors around the world. Let's keep it Washington State. I want to welcome the judges. We're going to have them all stand up. They're led by Mr. Kevin Reed, the main man. Come on, guys, stand up. Let's give him a warm welcome. Thank you. Remember, feed them lots of chocolate cookies and everything you can, because they cannot be bribed. Oh, you heard it. Work on that. So make sure you get to know those. And now there's some other special people that are actually the ones that are going to help us keep us honest here on the field. They're also led by a person that's another elite. We've got some really high-end people in here today. In fact, this particular person is actually retired. He does 2 things a year. He works on his boat, and he referees. He's retired. And they're led, this is our great referees. They're led by Mr. Mike York. We want to have them come on the field. You're going to come out and show off a little bit so everybody knows what you guys look like. And they too can be bribed by standing in the question box and bringing them cookie candies and things. Actually, Mike wouldn't do that. And then now there's the other ones. This is a great sponsor with FIRST. This particular person came from California to come up here because she thought this is a cool place. I think this is like her. She's been up here like 3 years ago. She was up here. She's from Underwriters Laboratory, and part of safety of FIRST is because we bring those in, and so they believe in that safety part. So we want to introduce and give a warm welcome to Elvie Farias. Wave, say hi. So again, if you're standing on top of something in your pit trying to cut something, you know, that you may be tapped on the shoulder about not being safe. So let's keep it safe. Talking about safety, FIRST is all about safety. So if you are in the stands, you really don't need your glasses. But once you pass those tables on the sides, your glasses are required, okay? Everybody is empowered to tap anybody on the shoulder and say, where's your safety glasses if they've passed that table? So if you're in the audience and you see somebody, you're like in 6th grade and you see this big old adult walking around with no safety glasses, tap him on the arm and say, mister, where's your safety glasses? It's okay, because it's all about safety. And with that, I don't know if anybody's seen this. This is the coolest video I've seen in a long time. This team, 2877 from Newton, Massachusetts, the Liggerbots, created this great safety video we want to show you. So let's roll it.
Play it safe this season. Sleep to power up. Being alert is important for staying safe. Collect those safety glasses. Pick up parts and tools and put them away to score points. Oh no, a falling battery. Don't cross that acid pit. Know your team's procedures when dealing with hazards. Look out for that robot. Make sure it's disabled before you come near it. You're almost there, just a few more steps. Now you can level up for safety.
That is so cute. I love that video. I saw that last week and I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cool. Talking about safety, mentors and coaches, I'm talking to you and possibly parents too who are in charge of the students that are not either in the pits or out here. If there's an emergency or something needs to happen, please have an escape plan out of here. So you want to set that up with your teams on where to meet and where to be outside the building if something was to go on. Please don't run to the danger, run away from the danger if possible. So again, have a good safety plan in place, coaches, and work that with your teams. I'm talking to the students now because this is probably one of the most important things. Let me ask this question first. How many students have applied for grants for FIRST? Come on, raise your hand. Look around. Okay, I'm going to ask this question. How many parents want their students to apply for grants for FIRST? Why is there more hands in the air than there are students' hands in the air? Students, there's $50 million out there waiting for you to apply for. $50 million. It costs, what, about $25,000 a year to go to college. And that's, I think, for those that, oh, by the way, yeah, Wazoo is one of those schools in that $50 million. So anybody like Wazoo? Sorry, that was for my daughter. So again, they are part of that scholarship program. So it's really important for you guys to get involved with that because you're taking these skills. They have an engineering program there. They have computer skills, business. There's some business management, time management, project management, and then also the good old grit, which you've done. So really, students, I don't know how to say it enough, that you need to apply for this. There's $50 million out there. there's a great video we want to roll that talks about some of these students who have actually received these scholarships. So can we roll that video?
An idea brought to life by the stirring in someone's heart. The dreams of today are but visions of tomorrow. We are FIRST, and we are here to open doors for great minds. FIRST participants and alumni gain access to our network of hundreds of providers and millions of dollars in scholarship money, available exclusively to FIRST participants around the world. You've already taken the first step. Let us help you find out how much farther the road goes.
All right. So please apply, 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 because you too can be a great recipient of that monies. And I know, again, the parents who raise their hands to the students, I'd love to see it the one time where there's more students raising their hand than the parents. Another thing we want to recognize of you students is the amazing students that have been nominated for the Dean's List, for the semifinalists for here at the districts you're going to be part of. And we want to recognize those students who are going to be interviewed today throughout the day for their Dean's List to be a part of the nominations. But one thing we really want to do is we want to recognize those students, because what it is, these are the students who have gone a little bit beyond what the normal kid does maybe on the team. Maybe they've done some amazing stuff on the team where they've taken up some leadership position and they've actually started working together, bringing things together, bringing the team together. So it's really important that we recognize these students. So we're going to have Eric's going to read off the names of those students that have been part of the nomination. So Eric?
Nominated by the Issaquah Robotics Society, Isa Lewis and Samika Gupta. From Royal Robotics, Audrey Brutman and Luke Brissy. From Panther Robotics, Luke Knowles and Race Spoor. From the Talon, Joel Mayorga and Eli Tao. From Confidential, Anthony Ibarra and Ethan Smith. And from the High Tech Highlanders, Jordan Kellogg.
So cool. I love it when I see the names up there, because those are the students. And if you really want to be on that, if you want to be part of that list, like next year, maybe you're a freshman or you're a sophomore, and you want to be part of that list, watch what they've done. Ask them questions. Suck their brains dry for information, because they have some ideas in there, and it's really good and I'm really good at learning from those that have worked themselves up and been recognized for things. And as we've done that, the recognition of those students, we want to also wish you luck in your interviews, but there's also those other folks that are in your team that we want to recognize. We want to recognize our coaches and mentors for the work they've done. And I also want to recognize the parents, grandparents, the moms and dads, and anybody else who helped cook on the team, maybe ran around on the team to go get parts down at the Ace hardware store. Anybody that want to do that, we want to recognize those folks right now and give them a warm hand welcome and thank you. And part of that, just for the first robotics competition, there's also the other 3 items that fit in with those 4 categories of what FIRST puts on, and that's the Junior Lego League, First Lego League, the First Lego League, which is the little guys, and then there's the First Tech Challenge, which is the next, the larger size. And all of these coaches and people we actually thanked for, they probably have been working on those various programs throughout their life. Because what we found here in First Washington and Oregon is there's really no exit plan. So you're just moving your way up through the various organizations. So we just want to recognize those people each time we see them. So you see the same faces because they haven't found that exit plan. So really check out the website at FIRST if you're interested, if you're just kind of here just figuring this out and you're thinking, hey, this is pretty cool, you're interested, check out the firstinspires.org. So that's again firstinspires.org, and you can actually get some information with regards to the volunteering and stuff. So moving forward here, what we need to do now, you guys looking kind of bored, so let's get everybody to stand up. Come on, everybody stand up. Oh, again? Yep, again. All right, so let's remove our hats for the national anthem. All right, and after the completion of the national anthem, that only means one thing. Are we ready for some power up? All right, so let's start bringing out those robots to the fields, teams. Let's get our robots ready for our first match. And while the teams are coming out to the field, let's welcome the voice behind us who'll be calling out your